To Hollywood's biggest night, the 96 Academy Awards, live from the Dolby Theater in Hollywood, less than an hour away. And a group of Mainers are celebrating the Academy Awards tonight in Falmouth.
Among them, our own Connor Clement, who is dressed for the red carpet himself. And Connor, you look fantastic.
Dashing.
Beautiful out there. And we know before you were there, before you looked so dapper, you actually had a chance to speak to an actor from Maine who was on the screen in a couple of the nominations.
Yeah, Kathleen and Megan, well, first of all, good evening to you both, and good evening to everybody at home. One of my favorite nights of the year, Hollywood's biggest night, the Academy Awards, and as you mentioned, we are at an Oscars bash here in Falmouth. We'll get to that in just a moment, but I did have a chance to speak to a Maine actor who lives right here in Falmouth, who had a chance to be in not one, but two of the Best Picture nominations in this year's Oscars. He told me he was just grateful to have a small role in both films, and he hopes that the recognition will help him land more roles on the big stage in the future.
I can't believe you got out of it. Luckily Irish. Are those human remains?
It's not every day an actor is on screen in two films nominated in the same category at the same Oscars, especially not an actor living here in Maine.
I thought this was your year. It was.
Holdovers was such an awesome experience, and mainly just because I was working with Alexander Payne, who's just my idol of a director. He's just brilliant.
Does she?
Dustin Tucker auditioned for The Holdovers and American Fiction 6 months apart, landing small roles in the two Boston-based films.
Are those human remains?
Tucker only had one scene in each film, but it was his scene in American Fiction.
I will eat your sweater vest for dinner.
Working alongside Sterling K. Brown, who was nominated for Best Supporting Actor in his role, that has become memorable.
He was like, "Do you mind if I mess around with you while we do this?" I was like, "You can do whatever you want, Mr. Brown."
Cliff, you don't talk to me like that.
Tucker plays a nosy neighbor who gets chased off the beach by Brown's character. The scene ended up becoming the opening shot of the film's trailer.
Philip, I'm two.
And so that character and that scene was really created in the moment. The directors often want to...
When Tucker found out about the film nominations, he was thrilled to have been included in the productions.
The nomination is gift enough. I have no idea what will happen.
Tucker credits his success in film to his time in theater. Originally from Texas, he came to Maine to work on stage at the theater at Monmouth, where he starred in various productions for 10 summers. He still performs with Portland Stage, but when he started the family, he knew his career path had to change.
Over that. Theater, which I love doing, takes a crazy amount of time and energy, and I just didn't have that to offer. So I started looking into film and TV.
Morning. You coming line dancing tonight?
Since he was a kid, Tucker's dream has been to act on the silver screen.
That's who you are.
And he's relishing the opportunity to fulfill that dream in a place that he's come to love.
You gotta help me find my son. He's 3 years old.
And yes, I love that I can still be at home and be in this beautiful state with these beautiful people and do what I love.
We're the FBI. You push us, we will make so much crap fly around for you.
At 44 years of age, Tucker feels like he's just getting started.
I want more. I'm not done. I'm continuing my craft. I'm continuing my career. I want to get farther. But they're stepping stones, But I would love to stay in Maine.
I thought this was your year.
With 2 Oscar-nominated credits and the connections he made on those films, Tucker hopes it will help him get more substantial film roles in the future.
How could you possibly know about that already?
Just to be involved in them is a huge career boost. I mean, it's absolutely...
You guys have a permit for that?
Something that I can hold on to, and I can share. Like, yes,
me like that.
I am into Oscar-nominated films right now, and it's a smaller part as they are. It's still cool to be part of them.
So who got stuck with it?
Who do you think? Guys, Dustin Tucker could not have been nicer. He was so gracious sharing his story with me, and he'll be watching tonight's Academy Awards, as you can imagine, crossing his fingers, rooting for both films, as will we. And coming up in just a little bit, I had a chance to speak to another Mainer who actually won an Academy Award last year on the same night. He was rushed into emergency surgery. It's a story that could be its own Hollywood film. You don't want to miss it coming up. And of course, we'll break down this incredible Oscars bash that we're here live at in Falmouth tonight. That's coming up in just a little bit. For now, reporting live in Falmouth, Connor Clement, Maine's Total Coverage.